I'll talk about the inheritance. Second one is instance creation. Second option is instance creation. What is that? We can create the instance of this class in another class under the project and call these methods from there. Did you understand or not? What you can do? We can create the instance of this class from louder from another class, and we can call the methods from there now. Understood or not? So create the instance of this class in another class now and call the methods from there now. Got it? Let's say, let's add a new class in the project. Remember how to add a class in the project? Help me. Solution Explorer. Right click on the project. Add new item. Add a new item. It's a window. Choose class. Give a name to the class. Any name of your choice here. I'm giving the name as test program. And we have program. Now we are testing the program class here. So that's why I named it as test program. Okay. Fine. Now here, what I want to do, I'm writing a main method. And guys, observe, I want to call the 4 methods I defined in the class program from here now. Understand, guys, we are trying to reuse the code. What to do? You can create the instance of the program class here now. Program P is equals to new program. Guys, remember, yesterday I explained you can create the instance of a class either within the same class or in another class also. Yesterday we created instance of the same class, and today we are creating instance in another class now. Correct? Which class? Test program. We are creating the instance in the test program. And now here we can call the methods. How many methods we have? 4 methods, and we can call all the 4 methods from here. Watch. P dot. All the 4 methods. So test 1. Okay, one by one we will execute and see. So if you want to test it, you're required to make this as a startup object now. And what to do? Open the Solution Explorer. Double click on the project or right click and you will find an option called Edit Project File. Both are same only, man. Double click or right click and say Edit Project File. In the notes I given you right click and edit project file, right? Or a double click also will open the file. Now here add a new tag. What is that? Startup object. Now specify your class name. What's it? Oops project dot test program. Oops project dot test program. Run. You can see the code. Clear? Next, console dot right line. See, you noticed it. Now also this method is printing the multiplication table of 5 only. Correct or not? But when you talk about the second method, this can print you the multiplication table of any number you like now. See guys, what I'm doing now is P dot test 2. Now I want to print the multiplication table of 7 up to 20. But the first one will print you multiplication table of 5 only up to 10 only. But yeah, the multiplication 7 up to 20. Yesterday, multiplication of table of 8 up to 12. Today, multiplication is 7 up to 20. Again, you can call somewhere multiplication 9 up to 15. Choice is ours. You can call for any number of times now. See. First one ended, second one started. Clear? What next? 3 and 4. 3 and 4. All of you observe it. How did you call 3 and 4? How did you call 3 and 4? Watch carefully. You call the method. This method is value returning. So the result is captured in S1. Afterwards, we pass the S1 here and printed the value. Correct now? Without writing 2 lines of code, you can write this code in one single line. How, sir? E dot test3. Already we discussed about this earlier. Na? Int dot parse console dot read line. First inner method executes and the value is given to outer method. Outer method will execute now. Here P dot test3 will execute first. Returns a string. The string is given to outer method. What is outer method? Right line. Right line will print to the output. You can watch. Now also result is hello world only. This won't change. If you want to change, then it should be our second method. What is it? Test4. And here, not hello world here, I can pass any string I want. Yesterday we passed hello India. Today we are passing hello America. This is called reusability. This is what we call as reusability. And right now, this reusing is possible only within the project. Right now, this reusing is possible only within the project. Why, sir? Internal. Internal. What is internal? Internal is a scope, man, from where you can consume this. So right now, it is internal, accessible anywhere in the project. That is what I proven you. Accessible, see, in the project now. But tomorrow I want to call this class from another project, or another project, or second project. I want to use the class program from second project. Not possible. Why not possible? Because it is internal. Internal is accessible only within the project. If you want to access it outside, you should make it as public. We'll talk a separate discussion on consuming one project classes from another project. Then I'll explain you about that. Let us not focus on the second project. Now let us focus only on one project. Let's get a complete picture and ideology of working with this. Then we'll see working with separate projects also. Okay now? So now you understood the concept of the reusability. What is that? We can consume the members that are defined in one class from another class in 2 different ways. Read that. Consuming a class from another class. First option. I said the inheritance, there's still time for us because we still require to deeply understand about encapsulation and abstraction. Then we'll go to inheritance. Second option. I shown you that only now. I shown you that only now. Read it. So test the second. Add a new class in the project, naming it as test program and write the below coordinate. Write the below coordinate. What are you doing? Internal class test program. Okay, just a minute. I'll show you. We have defined a class, and in the new class, I created the instance and called the method. Okay, just a minute. I'll notes. What is in the notes? I'll tell you very clear. Before that, tell me, when I create the instance of a class in the same class, what should I create? Static block. In the static block, when I create the instance in the same class, where should I create? Static block. When I create the instance of a class in another class, where should I create it? When I create the instance in another class, where it can be created? Anywhere. It can be created anywhere. Anywhere means static also, non-static also. You can create anywhere. Static also, non-static also. Now tell me, where are you creating? Static or non-static? Now you created in static. Shall we try non-static? I'm adding my own a new method here called as call method. It's a new method in this class, man. Now, copy this code as it is, not copy, cut, paste. Still it works. No error anywhere. Understood or not? Option 1, you can consume a class within the same class. Sorry, you can create an instance of the class within the same class. Where to do? Static block. You can create the instance in another class. Where you can do? Static also possible, Non-static also possible. First I showed you static. Now I copied into non-static. But guys, around this, I want to see the output now. Why, sir? Array, you written the code in a separate method called as call the call methods now. Otherwise, it won't run. You have to call the call methods. So to do that, first I should create the current class instance should be created now. Then call methods. Now it executes. Same output again. Okay. So the point I want to make you clear is you can consume one class from another class by creating the instance. And that instance creation can be done in a static block also, non-static block also. Based on your requirement, anyway, you create the instance and start calling the methods. So that is the concept. Is it clear, everyone? Tell me confidently. Okay. Now, let me show you how exactly the class execution takes place. Execution will start from its class main method. Tell that also. Don't be half-baked. Test program main. Execution will start from test program main. Correct? Okay. Once the so this is the test program main. Now, once execution starts here, what will happen first? Creates an instance of the current class. Creates an instance of the current class. Current class instance is created. Okay, now afterwards calls the call methods. Calls the call methods. Got it? Now the control jumps to call methods now. The control jumps to call methods. What will happen here? Create an instance of program class and calls test1. Now the control jumps to program class test1 now. The control jumps to program class test1. Again comes back. Now control jumps to program class test2. Again. Control jumps to program class test3. Comes back. Jumps to test4. Comes back. Once this execution is completed, again comes back to call methods and then executes the read line. Are you clear? Do you want to see this process as I said you now? Like control jumping from one place to another place now. Right now, if I run, I'm not able to see anything. Directly output is coming on the screen now. No, I want to see that. What do you want to see? Control jumping from this main method to call methods. Call method to test1, test2, test3, test4. I want to see the complete sequence of execution. Are you clear? We basically call this process as debugging. We call this process as debugging. We call the process as debugging actually. We have a concept called debugging a project. And in the debugging, we can see the line by line execution of code. Got it? In the debugging, we can see the line by line execution of the code. How to debug? Observe it. Execution will start from here only now. While lazy, active, no sound is coming out. Execution will start from here, right? Now, add a breakpoint here. Add a breakpoint here. How to add a breakpoint? Simply put your cursor here and hit on the F9 key on the keyboard. It is called breaking now. Red line was added there now. Now start the execution. How to start F5? How to start? F5. Start. Earlier when you hit F5, directly you're seeing output on the monitor. But see now. You don't see the output on the monitor. What happened? Execution stopped there. That's called breakpoint. Breaking now. It's stopping there now. Now you can watch how the code jumps to next line, next line, next line. You can watch it now. How, sir? By hitting F10. By hitting F10 called as step over. What do you call? Step over. See now, watch it in F10. See, red line is to tell there is a breakpoint. Yellow line is, yellow color is an indication to tell you are on that line. Clearer or not? You are on that line. Where are you now? You are on the line of execution, instance creation line. You want to come to next line? Next 10. Where are you? You are at call methods. Calling. What you doing, man? Then why did you come to the class then? Concentrate here. You're sleeping in the classroom. If you shall stay at home, then why coming to the class and sleeping? What do we use? Concentrate, man. If someone sleeps, it will be disturbing me. Okay. So what are you calling? Call methods. You're calling the call methods. Actually, see now, still there is no output on the screen. Now see F10. I'm hitting F10. When I hit F10, all methods execution is completed and came to read line now. And watch it, all of you. Okay, see, you can notice it, the complete code executed. Are you clear? The complete code executed. And now your read line also executed. Sir, I want to see what is happening inside the call methods. Array, you are not able to see now. See once again, F5, F5, F10. I want to see what is happening inside the call methods. Do you guess my point or not? Come on, let's see how to do it. Watch. F5. Look, guys. F10. You want to see what is happening in the call methods? F11. What is the shortcut? F11. F11 means step into. F10, step over. F11, step into. You understand the meaning now? Step into the method. Come on, F11. See now, the control will take you to call methods. Watch it. You came to call methods. You see the arrow mark in the corner? That's to tell you are at this line now. Again, from here, F10. What is happening? Creating the instance. Now, if I call F10, it will complete the execution of the test one and show you the output. Watch it. Still now, there is no output on the screen. Now, shall I hit F10 here? F10. Test one execution completed, man. Watch that. Okay, where is the cursor? Next line now. Now see, right line execution completed. Cursor came to next line, see. You see one more next line added. Now, test 2. If I say F10, it will come to right line again. But I want to see what is happening inside the test 2. Again, F11. F10, step over, go next. F11, step into. Shall I use F11 now? Come on, F11. So there, you came here. And it will show you the complete execution of your, see? You can see the values also. What is the value of X? Louder, man. Upper bound, 20. You can see I starts with 1. I less than or equal to 20. Condition true. Now, printing the value. First line printed now. Come on, you can go to the dev command prompt and see now. One iteration completed. Again, I++. I became 2. Condition true. Second line printed. See. Understood? Earlier, I explained you nested loops and all these things. Now, for loop, for each loop. Try writing the code in the studio now. Add a breakpoint and keep debugging. You will understand each and everything. Debugging is a habit what you require to make it from today. Everything what I explained. Once you go home, debug the code. First, you'll understand the flow. Where is it starting? Where is it jumping? How is the code executing? You can clearly see. Tomorrow, when you start working in the real time, suppose there is a bug in an existing code. How do you know where is the bug? By debugging only you should find out. Are you clear? Your class will have 2,000, 3,000 lines of coding. 2,000, 3,000 lines of coding. Somewhere error came. You will break your head where the error came now. If you keep debugging, you will come to trace out where exactly the error is. Is my point clear, all of you? So make this habit. Whatever shortcuts I said you, first shortcut. F9 for creating a breakpoint. F10, step over. F11, step into. Okay? Say again. Say again. F10. I became free now. Condition true. Print audio. See. See, to print one line, 3 times I'm hitting F10. F10, you see? 1, 1, 2, 3. If I hit it 3 times, I'm getting an output on the screen now. Are you clear? I understood the loop execution, man. I understood the loop execution, but still 16 more results should be printed now. 16 into 3, 48 times. I should click on F10, 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 F10. Understood or not? Imagine if the loop runs for 100 times now. You require to into 3. You require 300 times now. Once you're clear, you understood the logic, you're good there. You can step out now. It's like step into, we have step out. How? Shift F11. What is that? Shift F11. Shift F11. It is called as step out, guys. You're back, see? You're out of the method. Sir, completed? Yes. Watch it. Clear? Again. Yes. Print line break. Again. First 3. See there, there's a line break. Come on. Now F10. Test completed. Hello world. Again. I want to see what is happening inside the test 4. F11. Next you there. What is str? In Pascal case, correct now? Now this method will convert into uppercase. You can see everything. See, this is going to convert. See, original value. Pascal case. After 2 uppercase. Now it is returning you the uppercase value. Yeah, someone asked yesterday, what is meant by value returning, sir? See, you've done an action here. What action converted the string into uppercase now? Now you want the uppercase result coming back now? So what the return statement doing you? The return statement will send you the uppercase value back now. And now the right line method will print the uppercase value on the screen. So still no output there. Okay, F10. Completed the execution and see there, hello America is printed. Okay, now tell me from where you came here. You were still in call methods only, yeah. From where you came to call methods? Main method, yeah. You came from main method, na? From main method, you jumped to call methods, na? Now, when call methods execution is completed, you should go back to main method again then. That's what I'm asking you. Back to main method. Again, console dot write line, read line. The complete output. Are you clear? Tell me what are the shortcuts I said you. First shortcut. For creating a breakpoint. For creating a breakpoint. So put your cursor in any line you want. Press F9, a breakpoint will be created. Next, how to start the debugging? F5. F5. To start the debugging with F5. Okay now? Next, how to go to next line? F10. What do you call? Step over. Step over. Okay, next, F7. Step into. Step into. Step out. Shift F11. Shift F11. Are you clearer or not? Okay. So one more time we'll do that. Already breakpoint there. So F5. Start the debugging. F1. F11. F10. 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 Guys, if I say F11 now. If I say F11 now, I will jump out of the call methods now. Okay. Okay. If I say F11 now, I'll jump out of test 2 and go back to call methods now. Yes or not? You will jump from test 2 to sorry, shift F11. I'm sorry. If I say shift F11, I'll jump out of test 2 and go to call methods. Again, if you use shift F11, call methods to main method. Understand the flow from main to call methods to test to. Shift F11, what will you do? Back to the previous. Previous is call methods. From there, if you want to go to previous, again shift F11. Yes or not? But to use F5, listen carefully. If I use F5 again, I'll stop the complete debugging. It came out as everything. See? Understood or not? Sorry, F7, F5 is used for two reasons. Starting, continuing. Starting and continuing. Okay. See, all the shortcuts you can easily remember. How? I'll tell you the simple thing. Watch. Go to debug menu. You will see all the shortcuts here, what I said you. What is showing you? Continue. Just a minute. Let me stop the debugging. Go to the debug menu. What is F5? Array, now it is showing you start debugging. Now you click on this, it will change to continue. Continue means continue the execution. Don't stop anywhere. Okay now? Yeah. I said you the simple shortcuts now, but guys, all of you have a laptop, and your laptop is a function key now. When you have function key, this F8, F9, F10, F11 will not function. You are required to catch the function key and press. Are you clear or not? You are required to catch the function key and press. It will become a little bit complex here. Catch the function key with one hand, press an F10 one hand. That's complicated. I'll tell you a simple technique for you, all of you. Watch it. There's a menu bar now. There's a toolbar. In the toolbar, when you start the debugging, you will get this arrow marks here. By default, you won't see them. See, stop it. Not visible, right? Start it. Now you see, man. That is step over, step into, step out. Clearer. Without hitting the keys, use this arrow marks now. Okay now? So what is it? Step over, step into, again, step over, step into, step over. I want to come out of the method. Step out. Step out. I want to come out of the debugging. Continue. See the changes here. Earlier it showed you start debugging, but now it's showing you continue. Just continue. We'll simply continue the appropriate process. Earlier it is showing you project name, guys. First what is showing you, see? But when I click on the start, it changes to continue. Clear? Guys, Saturday to run the project, I shown you two options, F5, control F5. I'll tell you the difference between F5 and control F5. Watch now. Sir, can I have only one breakpoint or can I add multiple breakpoints? I can add multiple breakpoints in my code. I can add multiple breakpoints in my code. What is that? Say, add one breakpoint here. I'm adding one breakpoint here. One here. One breakpoint here. See now, added 4 breakpoints now. Where will it stop? First breakpoint. What is first breakpoint? Main method. So run F5. Stops at the first breakpoint. Okay. Now I want to directly go to second breakpoint here. Did you understand me or not? That is what F5 means. F5 continue means. So in a for loop, use a continue now. Continue, stop the loop. It goes to equation point and continues now. It's also same. If I use F5, what happens, Watch it, guys. Where are you at the first breakpoint now? F5. You came to second breakpoint now. Again, F5. Third breakpoint. Again, F5. Fourth breakpoint. Understood what is F5 all of you? That is actually F5. If there is no breakpoint, come out. If there is another breakpoint, you go to the next breakpoint here, but there is no breakpoint, then come out now. What to do? Are you clear? Okay. Well, now you want to know the difference between F5 and control F5 now? Watch it all of you. F5. Stops at every breakpoint. Stops at every breakpoint and executing. All of you can observe. Control F5. Did you understand? It did not stop at any breakpoint. Yes or not? Read this. You'll understand now. That is the actual difference between F5 and control F5. On that day, you don't know all these things now. That's why I said you. F5 will pause the screen, control F5 will hold the screen. That's what I said you. No, that is not the difference. The actual difference is F5 means start debugging. So we'll go and stop at every breakpoint now. Control F1 is start without debugging. We'll never stop at any breakpoint. Tomorrow you have multiple breakpoints now. It won't stop. It will directly execute the code. Are you clear? Still see, come here. Delete all breakpoints. Disable all breakpoints. Disable means they'll be in the disabled state. You can enable them again. Delete means all are deleted. Shall I click on delete? Delete. Asking, do you want to delete all? Yes. All are deleted. All the breakpoints are deleted. Is it clear? Okay, now it is your job. What do you do? Your previous programs of the arrays, what I shown you for loop, for each loops and all. Now start writing them in the studio and perform the debugging. Nested for loop, nested for each loop. Your mouse there, it will show you what value is coming for you there. Understood or not? It will clearly show you what value is coming for you at that particular place. See, I added a breakpoint here. Now I will take you to F11. And here, see, it is telling you the value of X is 7. The value of UB is 20. Now start the execution. See, I value 1. So I less than UB condition 2 now. Now come here and see here. What is X? What is I? Put your mouse on the into symbol. X into I. Now X became, sorry, I became 2. Condition true. Okay, watch. X is 7. I is 2. X into I. Are you clear? You can see everything clearly and practically. What is coming, what is happening, all the things. Clearer or not? So make debugging a habit from today onwards. Every program debug, debug, debug. So without debugging, without a proper knowledge on debugging, you cannot understand the errors going forward. Okay, suddenly tomorrow you get me, you just come to me and say, what? I'm getting an error, sir. I'll ask you a question. What error are you getting? I don't know. Then what I know? You need to tell what is your error now. People will come, sir, I'm getting an error on my studio. What error you are getting here? How do I know? Thousands of errors will be there. There are so many errors, what I did not even see them. Are you getting me? Suddenly a new error comes that may be related to operating system, that may be related to the latest update. I don't know every error. What I just do is only Google and try to find out what is the problem and try to fix the things. That's all. Nothing in my hands. Are you clearer or not? Okay, don't think like because I know about each and every error. I don't know error. Some error, new suddenly one error comes. How do I know about it? We need to just trace out. We need to Google it, find out the problem and try to fix the appropriate errors. That's all. Okay, fine. So, are you guys clear about what I shown you till now? What I shown you? I shown you how to define a class yesterday. How to define methods in the class. How to create instance of the class. How to call the methods by using the instance. Today what I shown you? How to create the instance of one class in another class and call the methods. And in this process, I was explaining about project debugging. How to debug your project. Debugging the project. And for that, we use some shortcut keys like F5, start and continue, F9, create a breakpoint, F10, step over, F11, step into, shift F11, step out. Like this, we talked about all the shortcuts. Now, answer this question. What are you doing on this line? creating an instance. Okay, good, very good. Now, when you're creating an instance, you've written some code. My question is, in this code, the left-hand side, right-hand side, which one is important for instance creation? Left-hand side or right-hand side? Right-hand side code is important for instance creation. What is that? Right-hand side code. What did you write in the right-hand side? New class name. Correct now? So basically, the new keyword is the important thing for creating the instance and memory allocation. Got it, all of you, or not? What is important? This new keyword is mandatory for creating the instance and allocation of the memory. I'll explain about this new in detail for you. Hold on a second. But what is important? Right answer. Then what will be the left hand side code, sir? Listen, int I is equals to 100. Here, 100 is important. I is important. 100 here. What will you do with I? The value is important for you. But that value has a name now. Without using 100, I'll use the name in all the place. Are you getting me? Do what you do with I now? I is important, you're telling. What you do with I now? No value. Value is important. Now again the same thing only. Right hand side, not left hand side. What is important? Right hand side, not the left hand side. The left hand side is only a name for identification. That's all. Am I clearer or not? Here also, this is the important thing. This is only a name to that. This is only a name for that particular thing. Are you clear? Sir, without writing the left-hand side code, if I write only right-hand side code, will it create an instance? You're telling this is important for creating an instance and left-hand side is only for giving a name now. So my question is, if I write only right-hand side code, will it create an instance? Are you getting me or not? Okay, so I want to remove this code. So will it create an instance? Yes, there is no error there, see. On that line, we don't have any error, see. Error is coming in the next line. Why? The name is not there. Are you clear? Yes or not? I'm sorry. The name is not there. So this is giving you the error. Am I right? Shall I fix it? Did you understand? Already I said you, this will create an instance. Yes or not? On the instance, you're calling call methods. What is the name of the instance? None of your business here, instance created or not. That's all. Instance created. On that instance, you call methods. Will it execute? Execute and see. Run and see whether you get an output or not. I'll tell you one thing in Visual Studio. In Visual Studio, if you don't get any red line there, code will run. You don't require to run and wait for the output and wait for the error. Errors are shown when you're writing the code only. Understood me? We call this as a unnamed instance. What is that? Unnamed instance. Generally, we use this type of unnamed instances. We use this type of unnamed instances when we want the instance for only one time. Are we clearer or not? When you want to use an instance only for one time. I want an instance, I want to use it only for one time. Use unnamed instances. Now your requirement is one time use only now. Don't use that here. Don't try that here. Why, sir? You are using the instance once or 4 times. So don't use unnamed instances. What will happen, sir? If you use unnamed instances here, 4 times you should write new program.test1, new program.test2, new program.test3, new program.test4. That becomes lengthy. Not only lengthy, man. 4 times memory is allocated. Understood or not? How many times? 4 times memory is allocated. But now, one time only memory is allocated and the name is and we are using it. So simple. You want to use for multiple times, use named instance. You want to use it for one time, use unnamed instance. Okay. Now you can see, guys. Yeah, this is where we stopped now. Inheritance and creating an instance. Come on, continuation. See that. It is the second. Add a new class in the project, naming it as test program.cs and write the below coordinate. I defined a method called call methods. I created a instance and I called you all the four methods. Afterwards, main. See this unnamed instance. You can read the note. Understood? What is it telling you when you want to call a single member of a class or when we want to use the instance only for one time? Both are same only. Na? Calling a single member means using one time only. Na? Both are same only. Nothing difference. Is that clear about instance creation? Yes or not? There is a lot to explain about instance creation for you, about memory allocation and all. About memory allocation and all. What I'm trying to show you is you can create instance in same class. You can create instance in another class. You can create instance in another project also, provided your class is public. But you can create instance in another project also, provided your class is public. Now I cannot do because my class is not public. When we work with public classes, I will show you creating this instance in another project completely. Okay, now I said you that only. Let us first work within the project. Later I'll take you out of the project. Wait a minute. Unnamed instance means you want to use it only for one time. You go for creating an unnamed instance. See, the instance doesn't have a name now. If there is a name, how to call a member will be a question now. So what it tells you, you can call it on the same line only. You can call out the method. So say first this will create a instance. Now on this instance, the method is called. This is not having any name now. It's not having any name. Why you done it like this? Because I want to use it only for one time. When you want to use it only for one time, follow this. But I did not do that here. Why? I want to use this instance 4 times. To call test 1, to call test 2, to call test 3, to call test 4. So here, shall I go for unnamed instance? No. It's a bad idea. Here use named instances. Here use unnamed instances. Okay. Actually, I want to talk more about instance creation, but it will be again confusing. What is that? Actually, our discussion is about methods. Let us complete about methods here. Then I will give you a complete picture about what happens when you create instance and all the appropriate things. Okay. So again, if I go back there and come back to methods, it will be a little bit confusing. Anyhow, we are talking on methods now. Let us complete this discussion first. Last class, how many methods we defined? 4. 4 categorizations I said to you. What are 4? First one, non-value returning without parameters. Second one, non-value returning with parameters. Third one, value returning without parameter. Fourth one, value returning with parameter. Your method can be in any of the 4 now. Okay, now listen to me carefully. When you're writing a method, what you do, you give a modifier, something like a public. Now, void or return type. How do you decide that? We decide that by thinking like it should be value returning or non-value returning. Non-value returning, what do you write? Void. It is value returning, what do you write? The type. Next, name of the method. Name of the method. And then we discuss any parameters required for this or not. Any inputs required or not. No. Are you clear? Next. Public void test 2. Any parameters required? Yes, we discussed. Like, if you pass parameters, we can make it dynamic and we'll pass 2 parameters for this now. What are the 2? Intex, intub. Next method. It's a value returning method. Next method. It's a parameterized value returning method. These are the 4 things you written now. Are you clear? Listen. Generally, The first line of your method, the first line what you written for the method, we call it as a signature. What do we call? Signature of the method. The first line of a method is called as signature of a method. Before you write a method, analyze the signature for your method, means what inputs are required and what results to be coming out. Did you understand me or not? What you require to analyze? What inputs are required and what results should be coming out. Understood or not? Okay, just a second. I'll show you a small thing. Going forward, all of us will be working with databases. Listen, going forward, all of us will be working with databases. Imagine you have one table in the database. Imagine you have one table in the database. This is the table. We did not start working with databases still. We will work with it. Wait, just okay. This is the table. Now there are few columns in the table. What are the columns? Number, name, job, salary, photo, status. Clearer or not? These are the columns in the table. Now you are asked to write a program. Now you are asked to develop an application. What is application? If the user gives the number, if the user enters the number, it has to bring the name of the user now. If I give 105, it has to get the name as James now. If I give 108, it has to give the name as Smith. Are you clearer or not? So you are asked to write a method now. You are asked to write a method. What the method has to be passed with? Number. Employee number. What it has to get back? Employee name. I'm not bothered about the logic. I'm not asking about the logic. Can you guys tell me the signature for that method? Come on. Public string. Why string? Because we want to get the name now. So public string. Some name. Get name. Any parameters required? Yes. What the parameter? Integer. Yes, number. Or int ID. Anything you like, man. No problem. See now, if I pass the integer, you will get back a string now. Understood or not? Come on, same way. Now, tell me another method. The method should take the number and get the job. Come on. Public string, get job, int ID. Okay, one more. Should take the number and get the salary. Should get the salary. Sorry, public double, perfect, double get salary int ID. Here should get the ID and get the status. Get the status. Public bold get status. So don't bother about the internal logic here, that is secondary, but before you write a method, first understand that correctly. What I'm telling you is that what I should send as an input, what I'm expecting as an output now. So for all the four methods, what I'm sending an input ID, what I'm expecting, first method I'm expecting the name, it's a string. Second method I'm expecting a job, it's a string. Third method I'm expecting the salary, it's a double. Fourth method I'm expecting a status, it's a boolean. So do you understand about the return types now? That's what exactly the return type is all about. Are you clear? Yes or not? Now, my next requirement is, if I pass the ID, it has to get me all the four. Do you understand me? First one is getting only name. Second one is getting only job. Third one is getting only salary. Fourth one is getting only But I want a method in such a way, if I pass an ID, it has to get me all four values now. Public object can hold four values, huh? Tell me. Object can hold four values, huh? I want all four values, I said to you. What array? String array, huh? But the salary is a double there. I want exact types. Array is it right? Array. We can use arrays. We can use arrays. But problem is not type safe. Not type safe. Why? Everything will come as a string. Everything comes as a string or object. But I cannot get the exact type now. I cannot get the exact type. Are you following me or not? Say I want the name to be string only, job to be string only, salary to be double only, status to be boolean only. But when I put an array, what is the problem? Type safety will not be there. Type safety will not be there. Okay, what to do, sir? I'll tell you. Guys, before I started programming in the last week, I remember I explained you about this concept, man. What I explained you, array, how to write a program in C language, C++ language. In C language, we discussed like structures are there. Afterwards, classes came. On that day, we defined one structure called student, one class called employee. Do you remember? Tell me. Okay, means on the day shown you is in class EMP. And inside of this, I'm just writing public int ID, public string name and job, public double salary, public pool status. Remember or not? I explained you earlier, we used to do this with the structures. Now we replace them with classes. Yes or not? Now tell me, what is a class? It's a type. It is a type. Now tell me, you're using a string now. What is a string? String is a type. String is a type now. But internally it's a class. Internally it is a class. Are you getting me? Now tell me, what is EMP? Last type is a type now. Again, you're changing up your answer. What is string? String is a type. In the class only, what is the string means when you say it is a type? What is EMP means? Why you are changing it is a class again now? You should say it is a type now. What is EMP? Type. Difference, string is predefined. EMP is user defined. Second, string is scalar, can hold only one value. EMP is complex, can hold multiple values. I thought all these things have already. String is scalar, how many values you can store? One. But EMP, it can hold multiple values, correct? Huh? Now I have a question. Can I do this? Public EMP get details int ID. I'm asking you, can I do this? What do you think? Valid or invalid? Louder. Valid. Why? Array, if I can use string, why can't I use EMP? String is also class only. EMP is also class only. String is a class. Shall I preview? String is a class. Shall I preview? Put your mouse on that, it will show you. Check it out. What are you telling you? It's a class. Int is a structure, I said, you remember? I'll preview everything there. Whatever I said, I'll preview. Through mouse. Structure, actual name, int 32. Everything I demonstrated to you. Array int, but internally it is int 32. It's a structure. See there. Okay. Same way. String is a class. It is a class. Are you guys following me or not? Okay. So same like this now. I have my own class now. What is the class? EMP. Can I use it here? Yes or not? See now, can I return multiple values? Can I return multiple values? So listen. If we want a method to return more than one value. If you want to return a method more than one value, define a class, define a new class with all the attributes you need and use it as a return type of your method. Did you guys understand me as below? Just a minute, guys. Let us change the sequence. First, define the class. Afterwards, define the method. First, define the class, and for the class, use EMP as a type now. Are you clear? See the difference, man. All these are predefined. String, double, bool, predefined types. EMP. Those are defined type. One more difference. They're all scalar. Can return only one value. Complex can return you multiple values. Understood, all of you? Did you read all these points yesterday? Syntax to define a method. Modifiers. Read modifiers. Are some special keywords which can be used on a method if required. Optional. What are those? Public, internal, protected, static, virtual, abstract, override, seal, partial, private. All these are the keywords. Today we use one keyword, public. I will tell you about all those things going forward. Okay. Next. Void or type. Read it. Void implies the method is. Whereas if you want our method to return any value, then we need to specify the type of value it has to return by using the type. Evaluating, then tell which type of value. String type, double type, integer type, boolean type. What type you required to tell now? Okay, now? Next, examples of. Listen, guys, clear and right line are non-value returning methods. They're void methods. Value returning. Read line is a value returning method. What it returns your string? It returns your string. Right line and clear are non-value returning. Read line is value returning. Read the note. That only I explained you now. This note is what I explained you now. All of you carefully read it. What is it telling you? Not only predefined type, user-defined types also can be present. That only I showed you. EMP is a user-defined type now. And that is the return type of my method. Are you guys clear? Shall we put it in our code now? Okay, watch. I'll show you practically how you're going to do that. Watch. Let me add a. Open the add new item window. All of you, open the add new item window. What is the item we are adding? Class. When you add this, it is providing a template for writing the code now. Yes or not? It is providing a template for writing the code. But how did you write code in the last week? Tell me. Notepad. Blank screen. You typed everything on your own. Correct. We have that option available in Studio also. What is that, sir? Scroll down. You'll find an option called. What is code file, sir? A blank C# file, actually. It's a blank C# file. All of you observe it. You can give a name and add this file. You can give a name and add the file. Actually, I'm giving a name, guys. What is the name? User defined types. Something, I'm giving some name, user defined types.cs. Hit enter. This is blank, and the code will be writing code in Notepad. How did you write the code in Notepad? Now, come on, start writing. In Notepad, I require to write using system. But in Studio, I don't require to write that. No, I already know global imports are there. In the place of that, write this extra line. What is it? What's the namespace name? Don't blindly type off. Present date C. You type wrong case, error will come again. That's why I'm telling you, select it. Now write your class. This is another style of writing the code. Code file. Are you clear? You can use a class template or you can use a code file template. Code file templates are blank files. You can create them and start writing, just like writing code in Notepad. Okay, now. Okay, now tell me one thing. One more question I have. In one file, can I write only one class or multiple classes? What you are thinking? Just a guess I asked you. Just imagine and tell me. In one file, can I write only one class or can I write multiple classes? Louder. How many? N number. You can write n number of classes, guys. Watch it. Class 1. Class 2. Class 3. I can write n number of classes like this. But do you understand me or not? How many classes can I write? N number of classes can be written like this. Okay, there is no restriction for the number of classes you are going to write in that. N number of classes you can define, but you cannot write main method in all the classes you are. You can write main method only in one class. Understood or not? You can write main method only in one class. Which class, sir? Your choice here. You can write in class 1, you can write in class 2, or you can write in class 3 also. Anywhere you can write the main method. It is not mandatory that you are required to write the main method in each and every class. It can be in class 1 also, it can be in class 2 also, it can be in class 3, but one class only write the main method. Are you clear? Generally, we'll have a doubt here now. What is the doubt? Sir, our file name will be class name na. Our file name will be class name na. So now which class name should I use for my file name? Did you understand the question? Our file name should be class name. Okay, but how many classes are there? So which class name should I use for the file now? In which class are you writing the main method? Use that name as your file name. That class name as your file name. Are you clear? Watch it here. I'm writing one more class in the project. One more class in the project. The name is. Say now, how many classes are there? 4 classes. But what is my file name, all of you? What is my file name? Means what is the meaning? My intention is to write the main method in user defined types now. Are you guys clearer or not? What is my intention? To write the main method here. So this name only use for the file name also. Understood all of you? 3 things I was demonstrating you here. 3 things I was demonstrating you here. You can read all the 3. I shown all the 3 to you. Now, come on, read one by one. Louder. I want louder. Is the first one clear? Just like you can add a class, you can add a code file, bank file. The code will be like writing code in the notepad now. Second, not mandatory, man. Not mandatory, but it's a convention. Good practice. What is that? Which class are you writing the main method? Use that name for the file. That name, use that name for your file now. Third one. That also explained, you know, now. EMP as a written type of a method now. I'll show you practically. Guys, look, I will delete this three here. Concentrate on this. I'm writing inter. If I don't write internal, also no problem. Yeah. Class EMP. Default is internal only. Default is internal only. Okay. Public int ID. Public string name job. Public double salary. Public goal status. What is the default value of a integer? 0. Default value of a double? 0. Default value of a column? False. Default value of a string? Means if I don't assign name and job now, null value now. What I explained you Saturday, do you remember? If you want to assign null values to reference text from now onwards, you're required to use a question mark, otherwise you'll get a warning. See there. Understood or not? If you assign a value, suppose your assigning value is equals to, no error, see? Sorry, no warning. Why, sir? It's not null. It is not null. You assign some value now. It's not a null. But if you don't assign a value, default value is null. So this warning will come. So don't forget what to do. Question mark. See now, warnings are vanished. Okay. Well, now we have 5 members in it. What's the name? EMP. This is a new type. This is a new type. Come on, let's come to this class. Observe, guys. Public. Did you understand me? What is the method name? Otherwise, shall we name it as get EMP details? Anything you like, man. No problem. Get EMP details. What is it taking? ID. What is it returning? EMP means all 5 values will come at a time now. Why to do this, sir? Because a method cannot return multiple values. A function cannot return multiple values. Go and check your C textbook here. Your teacher already taught you. A function can return only one value, cannot return multiple values. So that is why we have taken a complex type with multiple values inside of it. With multiple values inside of it. What is the name of it? EMP. Okay. Now, see, listen this. All of you, tell me, what is this method returning? Louder. What did you do inside the code? We have taken a string now, initialized it, and finally returned it. Correct? We have taken a string, initialized, and finally returned. Same way. What is the return type of your method? Now do the same thing here. Take an EMP, initialize it, and send the values now. How to do? Watch. EMP obj is equals to new EMP. Object is created. Now, under this object, 5 members are there. All these are fields of the class now. And every field has a default value. Default value of this is 0, null, null, 0, false. No, I want all nulls. I want all nulls. So, all question marks. Are you people clearer or not? All nulls means all question marks. Now, initially when this object is created, under this 5 attributes are there with all null values now. But what am I doing? You see, obj dot id is equals to id. What is that? This id I'm assigning to this one now. Now, actually, we need to write for connecting to database and load the values based on. Did you understand, all of you? What we should do? We need to write the code for connecting to database and load the values based on ID. I'm not telling about database connection. It will be very complex if I tell you now, you won't understand anything. The time any ID 101, 102, 103, any ID. Imagine something. Suppose you passed 104. Should get the data of 104 now? For the time being here, I am assigning some static values. I'm assigning some static values. Okay, so let us see what are the values of 104. Still is it. Okay, but guys, I'm again telling you these are static, but going forward, I won't take static. I will pull this values from database only. Okay, now next. Obj.job is equals to what is the job of Steve? Salesman. Salesman. Obj.salary. What is the salary of him? 22,000. What is the status? Status is true. Status is true. Are you clear? Now tell me, is the object initialized with all the values or not? Okay, next. Return obj. So here also you done the same thing only. See, you initialize the string. You done whatever manipulations you want. Finally, now also done the same thing. I initialized the EMP. Assigned a set of values to it. Finally, obj. Now tell me, this obj contains how many values in it? All 5 values will come back now. Understood? Next. Where you call this method from? Main. You went to main and you called it like this. See, string s1 is equals to p dot test. Why did you declare the string here? To capture the result. To capture the result. This is returning a result and we are capturing the result. Now do the same thing here also. Come on. First, user defined types. UDT is equals to new user defined types and call the method UDT get empty details and passing 10. But now we have static only. But what I said you, later on, whatever number you pass, that employee details will come to you. Okay. And now capture it. How to capture? EMP is equals to. I will show you by debugging. Observe it, everyone. Let's add a breakpoint here, okay? Set this class as the start object. Which class? Run. It will first stop at the breakpoint. Okay, now? Now, you are coming to this line. At this point, what is E? Watch it, man. Null, not initialized. Not initialized. Correct now? Now the control jumps to the method. Which method? Get empty details. How to jump? F11. Okay. Now what came in the ID? 104. What are you doing? Creating a instance of this class. Correct? All of you can watch it. That is what I said to you. Initially, all are null. And what are you doing? You are filling the values one by one. See. This is why I asked you to do it, man. You will know. See, everything I will tell you. I'm doing this now. You noticed in the first line all are null. Now all are having value. Now tell me, OPJ is containing all the values in it. Now I am returning it now. Now this returned value will come back to E. And before we go there, I show you what the value of E, remember? Yes or not? Once again, you can check. What is the value of E? Let me finish this assignment. Let me finish the assignment. E is not null anymore. Are you clear? Yes or not? You ordered some groceries online into your home. You ordered some groceries online into your home now. Now, the groceries are delivered in a basket. They will bring you baskets. The groceries comes in a basket to you. They don't give the basket to you. They bring it to your home now. And what you do, you bring your basket and now they're transferring to yours. Now they're transferring to yours now. So what do you bring? Empty basket. And the goods are transferred from the delivery guy basket into your basket. Now see, you first took an empty value here null. But now see, that value came here and all the values are present here. Understood or not? Array, this is the same thing I explained to you in the first example also, yeah. But there I'm getting only one value, but here I'm getting you 5 values. Tomorrow 10, 20, 100, any number of values I can store and send it back as one single result now. Are you clear or not? So now I got all my results in the E. Sir, can you print it and show me the values now? I want to print it. See, console.writeline E. Yesterday also seen, you written here console.writeline S1. And same way I'm doing console.writeline E. See, yesterday when I said console.writeline S1, it printed you hello world in uppercase. Do you remember? Tell me, how many values are present? One value, that is hello world printed. Now tell me, how many values are present under E? 5 values. In that has to print now, which value should be printed first? Second, third, 4, 5. How are you telling that? I say ID, salary, name, status, job. Everyone have different thinking, man. Yes or not? That is why there are 5 values now. Which value should be printed first? Which value should be printed next? Is a big question mark now. Whether I need to print all the values side by side, line by line, the question mark here. That is why it doesn't print the values at all. See the output, all of you? See the output, all of you. Sir, printing class name? Yeah, it print your class name. It won't print you the values. It won't print you the values. Why? I'm again telling you the same thing only. There are 5 values here. Which value should be printed first? Which value should be printed next? Same line, new line. It doesn't know this at all. Are you getting me or not? It doesn't know this at all. Because it doesn't know this at all, what is it doing? What is it doing? It's not printing the result, but printing the class name. So I want to see the values. You need to print each value individually. E dot plus E dot name plus E dot salary or job. Okay, your choice, man. No issue. Job plus E dot salary plus E dot status. No, sir, I want to say line by line. Write separate statements now. I'm printing in one line. Remove the breakpoint. Our code is static now. Static in the sense we are getting the same values, but going forward, we'll make it dynamic here. Whatever number you pass, it will get the result of that number. Understood or not? Whatever number you pass, it will get the result of that particular number. You type a number and that number result will come to you automatically. Hope you guys are clear on what I'm telling you. Yes or not? Okay. So what I'm trying to explain, how to use user-defined return types to a method. How to use user-defined return types to a method. Read this concept again. Representing complex data. Yesterday I showed you using simple types as return type, and today I showed you using complex types as return types. Are you clear with return types? Nothing more to talk about return types. Either it can be a simple type, or it can be a complex type, or it can be void. Three options. First option, void. Second option, scalar type or simple type. Scalar type. Third option, complex type. Nothing more to talk about return types. Are you clear? What I need to explain is only about the parameters now. One by one I'm telling you. Return types over. Nothing more now. Next, parameter types. Next, we need to talk about the parameter types. Already we defined parameters to our methods now, but we have a lot to understand about parameter types. We have a lot to understand about the parameter types. I'll show you in the tomorrow's class about it. Okay, let's stop here. We'll meet tomorrow.